This show is called A Few Average Questions because that's all I got. I don't have any really good questions.
WNBC.
There she is. This is Mickey James.
The greatest women's champion of all time.
Is it Gala or Gala? I said Gala at first,
Tomato or
but then
tomato. Do you think, as a professional wrestler, you have an advantage on everybody else on raising money? Because if someone isn't giving it up, you can like...
I can take them out.
Lock them into a headlock.
Take them out and take their wallet.
You're taller than Mickey James.
I'm Jay Peterson.
You get to Phoenix a lot?
Yes, I do.
Do you find when you come here that, as Mr. J. Peterman say,
Dry air is curing me like a Black Forest ham.
Like a Black Forest ham. Well,
I think not.
So we're a little happier here this Sunday morning. The 16th annual Childhelp Drive the Dream Gala took place last night.
The event raising much-needed funds to help abused and neglected children. The star-studded event was held at the Phoenician. The theme this year, Mary Poppins.
They've gone through a lot of trauma. These are children that typically are in and out of many foster homes and have endured a lot of physical, emotional abuse.
The need is so great. We have a waiting list for children to come to our facilities.
The two ladies you just saw there, they're in their 80s, and they started this entire organization, gosh, back in the 60s,
Wow.
and they have been going strong. They're really amazing.
Welcome back to the Daily Mix. One thing that I love about Arizona is discovering the people who make an impact in other people's lives. And one, Daphne Young, is Childhelp. And let's tell people what Childhelp is all about.
We are the largest and longest running national nonprofit that's dedicated to the intervention, the treatment, and the prevention of child abuse.
This is Roosevelt. Who's with you, Roosevelt? Who's next to you?
This is my dad.
This is very important that getting involved. And you're so young. Why are you getting involved, Roosevelt?
I just was heartbroken that 5 kids die every single day because of child abuse and neglect, and that's 5 too many, and that's not okay that that's going on. And so I started a campaign. It's oops, my heart came off, but I started a campaign. It's hashtag 5 too many. It's called Roosevelt's Challenge. It's a social media campaign, and you tag at Childhelp and at Roosevelt Sings, and and donate $5.
I love what the ladies are doing. I love what Childhelp is doing. More importantly, you know, how can each and every one of us get involved? You know, with the tragedy that just happened here in Arizona, you know, we all think to ourselves, man, that's awful. How can I help? And with this campaign, you know, and what Childhelp's doing, you know, something as simple as $5, you know, Daphne can go into all of the details of what $5 can do, but just donating $5, you know, can absolutely make a difference.
And with a mission to prevent and treat victims of child abuse, Childhelp has helped more than 10 million kids all across the country over the last 60 years. But of course, there's still work to do in 2020. So here with how you can help, Vice President of Public Affairs, Rebecca Cooper, and Chairman Nina Doherty. Thank you. What can people do in 2020, Rebecca, to keep helping?
You know, thank you for asking, because I don't think people realize more children die in this country from child abuse than any other childhood killer other than cancer. 5 every day. So if your New Year's resolution is that you want to give back, you want to get involved in something, there's so many different great causes, and our volunteers are instrumental to what we do.
Sure.
We run the national hotline for child abuse, but we also have bricks and mortar programs where we treat children, and one of our most special programs is right here in Virginia. It's a residential treatment horse ranch where some of the most abused children go to live and heal and do equine therapy and art therapy and music therapy. Christmas was so special. Every volunteer makes sure that Nina works on this through our Angel Tag program. Children write out their lists for Santa, and these are kids who have never gotten Christmas presents, never gotten birthday presents, and for months and weeks, the volunteers are wrapping gifts and getting prepared. And on Christmas Eve night, our head of community relations, Wade Hardman, and his whole team of volunteers go out after the kids have gone to bed, and they put in each of the cottages all the gifts that the kids asked for Christmas.
But, you have a big event coming up, and I'm sure it's a big fundraiser, and it does a lot of good for Childhelp. What's going on?
Yes, in April, which is Child Abuse Awareness Month, we have a big gala every year. And it's a great way for people to get involved. You can volunteer and be on one of our committees. You could sponsor, you could go as an attendee, purchase tickets, donate auction items. There's really something for everyone, and it's a really special event.
Rebecca, Nina, thank you. There is no pamphlet or directions for parenting. It can be very difficult, so please, if you need help, please reach out. The number's on your screen, also childhelp.org.
Every year, more than 6 million children are reported or referred to Child Protective Services. That's one report every 10 seconds, if you can wrap your brain around that. But an organization called Childhelp is a nonprofit that is dedicated to helping those kids through the pain and recover to become normal adults. This year, the organization is celebrating 60 years of nationwide service, and joining us to talk about it, Patty Edwards and Rebecca Cooper.
We're able to take those children and reverse the kind of behavior so that they don't go out and repeat it. So we have this one survivor who went to the California village, who's now a mother of 4, and she says every day she looks in the mirror and says, please don't let this be the day that I might beat my children. But she doesn't, because she learned other behaviors, and this is why things like the equine therapy. So people shouldn't be surprised. I tell them, no one should have been surprised that Chris Brown beat Rihanna. It's not an excuse, but we know through interviews that he was beaten as a child.
Exactly.
R. Kelly, we know through his brother that both of them were sexually abused as children. It's no excuse, but people should never be surprised. Unless you have organizations working with them to break those cycles, it can't be done.
Now, how can people, I'm sure people are watching right now saying, I want to be part of this, I want to help, is there something that people can do? Is there a way to contact you? What's the best way?
You can go to our website, childhelp.org, and look at our events. We've got a fashion show coming up in Orange County on March 12th. We've got a karaoke event in June, but we want people to also just become friends of Childhelp, and they can look ways to donate. We also, as far as Childhelp is concerned, we have a foster family and adoption agency. So we do always need great foster parents, and we recruit and train those. That's another reason why we're successful. We want to get the word out on our hotline, 1-800-4-A-CHILD. We are the only abuse and neglect hotline, national hotline in the United States, and Childhelp operates that with trained master's degree counselors.
Wonderful.
And that's also text to chat now, so we've come a long way. That's 35 years old.
Wonderful.
And we're on the East Coast with a village also. We actually are
So
very...
you are everywhere.
We are.
You are.
Researchers estimate nearly 3 million cases of child abuse are reported in the U.S. each year. But in 1959, one Knoxville native decided to do something, and with the help of a friend, Childhelp was born.
Haley Holmes knows firsthand what it feels like to not have a home.
I moved from place to place to place.
Until life took a different turn. She and her 3 brothers were adopted in 2013.
I remember my first night, putting my head down on a pillow and just I was like, this is the first time I've ever felt at home in my entire life.
Leslie and Phil Holmes adopted all 4 siblings through Childhelp, an organization that's dedicated the last 6 decades to helping and healing child abuse survivors.
This is our 60th anniversary.
Sarah O'Meara and Yvonne Feddersen started the nonprofit in 1959. And for O'Meara, launching a Knoxville office brought a special dose of nostalgia.
Because it's my hometown.
So far, the Knoxville location has helped more than 5,000 children.
These little children who are being abused need help.
For Holmes, that statement is personal.
Growing up for me, I just thought it was normal that abuse was in the home.
But now she and her brothers have a different kind of reality, a new experience she credits to Childhelp.
Yvonne and Sarah really set the tone for something beautiful.
And if she could impart a little advice to kids looking for a little hope, here's what she would say.
The Lord has a plan, so don't lose hope, because he'll take you big places. So.
Haley is now a student at Tennessee Tech. She is majoring in social work in hopes of one day helping children the way Childhelp helped her.